Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another player prop video. In this one, we're talking about Underdog and Prizepicks for the MLB on Tuesday, July 2nd. In the video, we have 4 picks for you guys to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 4 of them. We are partnered with Prop Projections that you could sign up for free here. They do send out free player prop projection sheets and are sending one out on Tuesday for free, so make sure to click that link and sign up. If you guys want more of these sheets, though, they do offer it for just $1 per spreadsheet. You could click join and you could sign up for however many you want to get per month, and it's all right here on their Patreon. So definitely check it out. You're going to get between 100 and 200 projections for Prizepicks and Underdog over here. You can see they have all the lines for the players with their projections that they come up with based on a ton of different stats. The line difference, the lean, and the win percentage. My favorite thing is that you can download this, make a copy, and you can put in your own projections here. So if you actually project Bailey Ober for 7, you could change that and it'll change the win percentage. Then you can sort by your new projections and essentially make your own projection spreadsheet. So definitely join their Patreon for free to get that sheet tomorrow, and sign up for $1 per spreadsheet moving forward after that if you like their projections and having a customizable projection sheet that you could use. Alright, so let's get into this one for the MLB. The first one I'm going to target here is a game stack for 2 hitters. So actually I'd rather probably play this on Prizepicks, but Underdog has more lines up right now. They're generally the same, but the night before, you're going to find more lines on Underdog. Odds for stacking 2 players on Underdog are actually decreased versus Prizepicks. They're not, but I do like playing on both. So the game I'm targeting here is going to be the Rockies-Brewers. It's supposed to be a close game. It's just plus 102 on the Rockies money line. 11.5 projected run total here. I was on some Rockies players in the private Discord where we hit some nice MLB slips yesterday. I think the Rockies are going to keep it going. They scored 8 runs in the last game. I think they're going to have a big run-scoring game in this one as well. So I am liking this matchup and a couple players that you could stack here. So looking at their lineup yesterday, I'm going to be targeting right here Brendan Rodgers with Ryan McMahon. So in these kind of stacks, you do want some kind of hit-run RBI for the guy coming up before the guy gets going to knock him in here. So what we're going to go to is McMahon and Rodgers. So first we're going to go to McMahon over on 2 flat hits, runs, plus RBIs. And then we're going to run that back with Rodgers, who's going to come up after him 2 spots. And we're going to go to over on his total bases. So that's going to be our first hitter stack here. McMahon, then Brendan Rodgers. So a tool I like to use here is Outlier. I use them every single day to do research for player props. They have a bunch of good information about each player and every prop. If you want to check them out down below, they do have a link for a 7-day free trial. So definitely check them out if you haven't before. Brendan Rodgers here over 1.5 total bases, only 42% of the time on the season, but I definitely like this high scoring matchup. Also, you can dig into it a little more in Outlier. You can see home games. He's actually hit this over 50%, 53% of his games this year he's gone over. And then also we could see he's facing a left-handed pitcher versus lefties. He's gone over this in 56% of games as well. And against his last 6 lefties he's faced, he's gone over in 5 of 6. You can even dig down into him hitting against a specific pitcher. So against this pitcher, he's hitting 429. It is only 7 at-bats, but he's got a home run, 4 RBIs, hitting 429 against him. So definitely love to see that. All these stats all around for Brendan Rodgers. And then coming to McMahon here, we're getting him at 2 flat, so we got to look at the over 1.5 here. So he's either pushed or gone over 50% of the time this year. But again, filtering this to left-handed pitchers, he's gone over this 62% of the time for McMahon. So liking this combination, this game stack here, definitely a good one. We did see that he's only 1 for 4 lifetime against this pitcher, but very small sample size here. And we definitely love to see that McMahon is really good against left-handed pitchers. And then we can also filter for the home game. It goes up to just 51%, but definitely liking this combo, and I think another high-scoring game here to start this one out. For the next pick, we're going to Brady Singer here, over on his strikeouts at 4.5. We're definitely liking this one against Tampa Bay, a team that strikes out a lot. If we come look at the teams that strike out the most per game, we can see Tampa Bay here. They are 25th worst in the league, which is the team that strikes out the sixth most, just over 9 per game. And then also looking at them, the second to last column on the right is in away games. They strike out 9.58 times in away games versus just 8.58 times in home games. Coming over to Outlier, we see that this is an away game for Tampa Bay where they strike out a full one more time than in home games. Brady Singer here facing them. We're going to him over on his strikeouts at 4.5. He's hit it in 9 of 16 games, coming off a really nice game where he got 5 strikeouts and pitched the most he's pitched all year, which is good to see as well. Over 7 innings, and that was way back on June 26th, so he's had a good amount of rest as well coming up to July 2nd here. We can also come and look at these hitters against Brady Singer. So Brendan Lowe here has gone 0 for 11 against Singer. We can see some high K rates as well over here. Walls strike out in 37.5% of the time against him. And a lot of hitters really struggling against Brady Singer here. So I think he's in a good spot to get some Ks. In this one against a team that strikes out a lot. Yet another tool I use over here is OddsJam. They do have a free trial as well. I use a lot of tools, but they are very helpful. You can see Brady Singer here over 4.5. A really quick way to just check the lines on other sportsbooks. Minus 140 on FanDuel. This one's set at minus 137 on Caesars. So a lot of these sportsbooks are really liking it to go over 4.5 here. And on Underdog, these are basically 50-50. So when you see these sportsbooks really favoring a line like this, it's definitely a good value play. So definitely check out OddsJam as well if you want to. Like I said, they have a free trial, and it's a great way to find some value picks. Okay, the next one we're going to go to is Kyle Gibson under on hits allowed at 5.5. For Gibson, coming up against Pittsburgh, definitely a team that you like to target as far as with pitchers. So we're going to go to Gibson here under his hits allowed of 4.5. And before we dig into the data, we're going to just come over to OddsJam real quick again. See minus 135 on DraftKings and on BetMGM for this one. A lot of these sportsbooks liking it as well. Minus 144 actually on, I think that's parlay play. So Kyle Gibson, another one of these lines that is great value to take on Underdog. Okay, now let's look at some data for this one. Kyle Gibson on the year, under 5.5 hits. He's gone under in 10 of 15 games this year, including his last 2. That's 67%, so a very good rate here. We can also look at Pittsburgh against Gibson, and it's not pretty for a lot of these hitters. Against Cabrian Hayes, he is hitting 111 in 9 at-bats against him. Versus Tejas, he's 0 for 7. Reynolds here hitting 182 in 11 at-bats. Grandal's really the only guy that has kind of got a hold of him in a decent amount of at-bats, but like to see that a lot of these guys with the most at-bats against him are hitting below 200 against Gibson, so definitely a good spot for Gibson. We can come down and see Pittsburgh batting versus right-handed pitchers. They rank 26th in the league with a 223 average as well. So I think Gibson's in a really good spot. He's been hitting this line all year. The lines on sportsbooks are liking it. And then we also have some hitters historically that have not been hitting well off of him. So liking Gibson here as well. So if you guys want to check out the projections, they are free tomorrow, Tuesday, July 2nd. Just sign up on Patreon for free. I really like to customize my own sheet here, but their projections definitely have been pretty spot on with the higher percent chance ones to win. So definitely get in here, check it out. We're partnering with them all year. They post the projection spreadsheets on most days. And like I said, if you like it for free, they only do free ones about once a week or less. You can sign up for $1 per spreadsheet on however many spreadsheets you want to start. And you can get in there, make your own projections, use their projections. Definitely a great tool over there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, subscribe to the channel. You can also check out this video here that I did about prop projections and how it works. It's going to be right here on the end card, so check that one out. And we'll see you guys in another video.